Using Gauss-Jordan elimination. Okay, here's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to show you how to use this I'm going to do the calculator first and get the answer. If you're like, hey, that's great, that's awesome, then you don't have to listen to the rest of it, okay? By the way, I wrote out the steps for how to use your calculator to do this right over here. So if you don't want to copy, are y'all good with that? I wrote down the steps here. So basically, when they ask for this, they're wanting you to do the row. They want reduced row echelon form, okay? They want it to where it's like one's diagonal, zero's below, zero's above. You have to write this down, but they want one's diagonal, zero's below, and zero's above, and then you have some numbers here called A, B, and C, okay? So let's talk about, let's first make an augmented matrix. You're going to do this on your test. X and Y's and Z's are lined up, so 3, 1, 2, 31, 1, 1, 2, 19, 1, 3, 2, 25. And this is a 3 by 4, so this one's not as big. This is just a 3. They call this it's a 3 by 3 equation. Three equations with 3 variables. And I'm going to enter that in there. So this is how you do it in the calculator. I'll show you how to do it by hand afterwards if y'all want for fun. Second matrix edit. Change this to a 3 by 4. 31, 1, 1, 2, 19, 1, 3, 2, 25. So it's second mode, guys. Second x to the negative 1 power edit. That's what I did. It's 3 by 4. I wrote down all those steps over here. Then I get second mode out of there, and then second matrix math RREF. Second matrix, second x inverse, sorry, A. And I get this matrix here. Here's my row reduced echelon form matrix. Cameron, you're going to redeem yourself here. Cameron, what is x on this one? I've got x, y, and z. What's x equal to? What's y equal to? What's z equal to? Yes. Yes. So my answer is 6, 3, 5. That's the answer. That's good. If you're like, that's all you can just cheat in your calculator. I will show you how to do this by hand. If you're like, that's good with me, that's all I care about, that's good. I will show you how to do this by hand because I'll pay good quality money for this course. And you don't have to pay attention to this. We already did start this one. The reason why I'm going back was because we already did this problem, but we did it, already had it in reduced echelon form, and I'm going to show you how to work from there. So I'm going to work off the matrix we had on the previous page because we did it. So if you're like, I get that's good with me, you could ignore this. Okay, but y'all demand a high quality education, so I'm going to show you. So your first step, if you want to do this by hand, is you want to get this into reduced echelon form. This is the same problem as example 2, so I already have done that. And then I've got to make these two, I got to make this be 0. I got to make these 3 be 0. So I got to make these 0. Make these equal 0. I want one's diagonal, good, 0's down there. And I want the ones to stay there, the 0's to stay there. So I got to get creative. How could I make those be 0? What I could do is I could do R2 minus R1. So I could do row 2 minus row 1. Because 1 minus 1 gives 0, 2 minus 2 is 0. So as I do that, row 2 minus row 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 minus 2, 0, 13 minus 19 is negative 6. And then I've got 1, 2, this does not change, and 0, 1, 5. Okay. All right. I don't know why this is. Let's pause here. Actually, row 2 minus row 1 is incorrect because if I did row 2 minus 1, 1, that would make that -1. I got to do row 1 minus row 2. I apologize. Because I got to do 1 minus that. Because if I do that, then that'd be -1 there. So I apologize from all my fans out there. So 19 minus 13, 6. Then I've got to make this 0. So I got to make this 0. Make equal 0. So what I could do is I could do negative. I got to be careful how I do this. -2 times row 3 plus row 2. So if I do -2 times that plus that, that makes that 0, but it preserves these values. So 1, 0, 0, 6, 0, 1, and this is -2 times 0. That's just 0, and then that's not going to change. That becomes 0. -2 times 5 is -10. -10 plus 13 is 3, and 0, 0, 1, 5. So now it is in row reduced echelon form, which gives me the same answer.